The Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam is dedicated to the works of the famous Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh. The museum is centrally located in the Museum Square in Amsterdam and has the largest collection of Van Gogh's paintings and drawings in the world, including the Potato Eaters, the Yellow House, Sunflowers, and the Bedroom. Many people think that his famous painting, The Starry Night, is in Amsterdam, but it's not. It's in the permanent collection of the Museum of Modern Art in New York, also known as MoMA. Vincent made more than 1,200 works on paper and more than 860 paintings. The collection here in Amsterdam contains more than 200 paintings, 500 drawings, and 700 letters, as well as his collection of Japanese prints. The museum was established in 1973 and has been a popular tourist attraction in Amsterdam ever since. The museum attracts over 2 million visitors every year, with the exception of 2020 and 21, when the museum only received 650,000 visitors. It's important to book your tickets online in advance. The museum was sold out the day I was filming this video. There are 3 museum shops located at -1, the ground floor, and the 3rd floor. The cafe is on the ground floor and toilets are on -1 and the ground floor. We are starting our tour from -1, which is also called the exhibition wing. The exhibition wing hosts all temporary exhibitions. When I was filming this video in December 2022, there was a temporary exhibition of Gustave. The lockers are also on -1 and they're free to use. You can either take the escalator, stairs, or the elevator to go to the ground floor. Ground floor has 15 self-portraits of Vincent. The hundreds of paintings and drawings by Vincent were done in just a decade, from 1880 to 1890. There's also a timeline on this floor. He decided to become an artist at the age of 27, and that decision changed his life and art history forever. Vincent spent his life in the Netherlands, England, Belgium, and France, and wrote more than 650 letters to his brother Theo. Vincent was very close to his brother Theo. A visit to this museum is like taking a journey with Van Gogh. During his time in Paris, Vincent painted himself 27 times because it was a good way to practice. He didn't always have money to pay a model. During those 10 years, he painted himself 40 times. First floor has his work from 1883 to 1889. There was a free drawing counter on the first floor. The lady was distributing drawing boards, paper, and pencils to people who were interested to draw. I had my own sketch pad and pen. Later in this video, I'll show you what I ended up sketching. Vincent decided to become an artist at the age of 27 without knowing whether he had any real talent. He taught himself by studying the art of others. Vincent was fascinated with the countryside. He decided to focus on peasant life. When Vincent began drawing people, he wanted it to seem as if they were really alive, as if they were really doing something. Vincent learned anatomy from books and by copying pictures. But what he liked best was to draw real hardworking people. When Vincent was 32, he thought he was good enough for his first big figure painting, The Potato Eaters. Before attempting The Potato Eaters, he made sketches and small study paintings for a year. The Potato Eaters is on the first floor. It's a painting of a peasant family in their small house. After a hard day's work, they are sitting together at the dining table. Theo wrote to Vincent that Paris was the city for a modern artist. Vincent goes to Paris as an artist in 1886. Everyone in Paris was talking about the artists who called themselves Impressionists. They did not believe in copying everything exactly. What they really wanted to show was light and movement. Vincent was almost 33 years old and was keen to support himself financially. Vincent became friends with French artists Georges, Henri, Émile, Paul Gauguin. They would meet in the cafe and spend hours talking. They also exhibited in the cafe owned by this fashionable woman. Before Vincent went to Paris, he lived in Antwerp in Belgium for a short time. He bought Japanese prints to brighten up his room. When he moved to Paris, he bought more and more of them. Vincent loved these Japanese prints. After 2 years in Paris, he wanted peace and sun. He moved to the town of Arles in the south of France. Within 1 week, he painted 10 paintings and made 5 drawings. He was busier than ever. This is probably the most famous bedroom in the world. Vincent painted it with colors and lines like those in a Japanese print and without shadows. He wanted people who looked at it to think of rest and sleep. Vincent wanted to make his yellow house warm and cozy. In the summer, he began a series of pictures of sunflowers. In total, he painted the sunflowers 5 times. They became his most famous paintings. Let's go to the second floor where you'll find his portraits, still lifes and sketches. Vincent made more than 1200 works on paper and more than 860 paintings. The museum has retained 4 of his sketchbooks. His famous The Yellow House is also on this floor. Vincent had one big dream in Arles. He wanted a place where artists would be able to live and work together. He didn't miss Paris but missed his conversations with his artist friends. With the money he received from Theo, Vincent rented this sunny yellow house. He had a big studio where he could work and 2 bedrooms. There was enough space for him to invite his friends. Let's move to the third floor, which represents his life from 1889 to 1890. The year 1890 began well. Theo and his wife Jo had a son and named him Vincent after Vincent van Gogh. His brother Theo wrote to him, "As we told you, we'll name him after you, and am making the wish that he may be as determined and as courageous as you." As a gift, Vincent painted a work that was full of life and full of hope, Almond Blossom. People were beginning to praise his work and he finally sold a painting. Vincent moved closer to Theo in a small town in the south of France. He had so much inspiration that he kept painting. He made 70 paintings in 80 days. But he was feeling worse and worse and was worried about his future. One day he walked into a wheat field and shot himself. He died 2 days later with Theo by his side. He was only 37 years old. Theo was heartbroken when his brother died. People were just beginning to realize that Vincent was a genius. His paintings were exhibited at important exhibitions. Theo wanted the whole world to know about Vincent, but he himself died just 6 months later. His wife Jo inherited all of Vincent's paintings, drawings and letters. Like Theo, she wanted the world to love Vincent's work. She sold paintings and loaned them to exhibitions, and she had his letters published. 30 years after his death, Vincent was famous all over the world. It's a heartbreaking ending to one of the world's greatest artists. Thanks to his brother Theo and Theo's wife Jo that Vincent's hard work paid off. And apologies for not pronouncing Van Gogh's name correctly. Dutch pronounce Van Gogh differently and my Dutch is not very good. I've posted a link to the correct pronunciation in the description below. I also spent some time sketching in the museum. Keep watching for another minute or so to see what I ended up sketching. And if you found this video helpful, please do give a like and hit that subscribe button. See you soon.